So a quick update before we get into the content of the video. For those who have been wondering about the monthly Q&A, it will be going up tonight. I'm going to do a catch up on it, so expect that, possibly another video or two. So I did fix the audio issue with it finally, so it will be going up tonight, and I'll do something special on the weekend as well. But anyways, let's get into the content of the video. So, Mato Seihei no Slave is going to be having an upcoming English translation of the manga. But fans noticed something concerning, and that was that Yen Press has oddly censored the name to Chained Soldier. Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. So, one big thing that I've talked about is localizers. Because what we've seen in the past with some localization is some issues, where rather than keeping things the way they should be, they try to change things, whether they censor things, or alter dialogue, or insert things into dialogue that's not supposed to be there. You know what I mean? Like, ridiculous stuff. Many companies, they're afraid to offend this small minority of people that get butthurt over absolutely nothing. And then, obviously, in some cases, you just have people that are doing translations and they just demand something to be forced in there because, oh, my politics. So, because, you know, they think that'll also boost sales too.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
So, now we're to this. Yen Press renames English localization of Mato Seihei no Slave to Chained Soldier. Now, while we don't know the exact reasoning as to why this was changed by localizers, many can assume why it would be. It would probably be because, oh, we don't want the snowflakes that get butthurt over every little last thing that's not even offensive. Well, we gotta change it because we don't want them to be offended. That's probably the reason why. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying it's probably the reason why. In the latest case of a Western localization making changes to an original Japanese word, Yen Press has announced that their upcoming English translation of Mato Seihei no Slave will be released under the title Chained Soldier. For one, this change shouldn't even happen. There's literally no reason to change the name. Secondly, the word slave is actually in English to the title. There's that. Changing the name to Chained Soldier goes against the lore of the series. Not only that, but the main character himself becomes a slave. In the actual context of what being a slave is. Actually becomes a slave. The closest literal English translation to this manga is actually called Slave of the Magic Capital's Elite Troops. Like, changing the name makes no sense since the main character becomes a slave. He is soon met by Anti-Demon Corps Chief Koza Uzun, who uses her peach-granted powers to turn Yuki into her slave. Which, he becomes a slave. Like, the actual context of what a slave is, he becomes a slave. As you can see, this right here is the Japanese cover. It actually has slave in English on it. So, going and changing it to Chained Soldier, he's not a soldier. It doesn't make sense. That's like saying we're going to change the name of this hamburger to a hot dog, even though it's a hamburger, it's not a hot dog. How does that make any sense? It makes no damn sense. And then if you look at the post that Yen Press had, as you can see here, they changed the name to Chained Soldier. Which, even by a lore standpoint, this doesn't make any sense. Like, this change doesn't make sense at all, and many people were upset by it. And, you know, when you look at it, well, you come to question, why do people sail the high seas? Well, you know, it's pretty much for reasons like this.
It's a pirate's life for me. Savvy?
The pathetic thing is that companies, they do fear that people are going to boycott a product because, oh, something may be controversial, people might get upset over this. So then they alter or change something because they're afraid these little snowflakes on the internet that bitch and cry over absolutely nothing, they're afraid that they're going to boycott the product and then get it canceled. I mean, look, thing is, fans want what they're looking for to be translated properly. You know, Mato Seihei no Slave should have been translated properly. It should not have been changed to Chained Soldier because, for one, that name change does not make any sense. But it also just seems like they did this because it would probably offend some people. Oh, we don't want it to be boycotted. Let's change the name because, oh, this name change is definitely going to get more sales.
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
Like, Seriously, it doesn't make sense. This name change is terrible. And that leads me to wonder, are they going to change a lot of other things within the manga? Because there's a lot of references to slave. You know, there's a lot of things. In fact, there are tons of transformations that are called slave. So, I mean, are they going to go in there and they're just going to be like, oh, it's called chained now? Or, oh, it's called soldier now? One person brought this up saying, what are they going to call him in the story? Become my chained? He's not a soldier. Like, which has got a point. The problem is that once censorship creeps in, even if it's a little bit, it starts to get progressively worse over time. You know, and it makes you question, I mean, are they going to change things in the manga now? You know, it makes you completely question this. You know, this is why a lot of people go to fan translations, because they're tired of this localization shit where they do stuff like this. One person brought up a really good point saying, what localization is, adjusting content to current Western sentiments, removing, replacing wrong think, and what can trigger wrong think. Well, localization is not. Faithful translation of source in the preserved cultural context. Justification, controlling pop culture. And here's the thing. If you control the culture, you control the country. This is what a lot of those woke morons try to do, is they try to change things so that they can be in control. That's how they work. The word slave is literally in English in the Japanese title, like it's the biggest thing on the cover. It's impossible to miss. Right. And changing this makes zero sense. What is with the weird localization of the title? Slave is part of the title. How in the hell, I think they meant hell there, do you get chained soldier? Change anything inside the manga while we're at it? Which, yeah, like I said, a lot of people are going to question if things are going to be changed in the manga because of this. You know, like I said, this is kind of the reason why people go to sail the high seas over this. The English name is kind of lame. Even the German version has a better English name, Demon Slave. Oh, that is pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. That one's pretty cool. Well, that sucks. If they remove slave from the title due to censorship, what else are they going to remove? Is this going to end like Ayakashi Triangle, where Viz kept censoring whole chapters until they dropped it, thinking it was somehow going to be child-friendly? Yeah. You know, it usually comes down to, oh, think of the children! Oh, think of the kids! You know, you typically get stuff like that. And look, there are some people that are like, damn, I was waiting for this series, but censored name equals no buy for me. Of course not. You know, why would somebody want to buy something that's butchered? You know, like, and look, like I said, it's my guess, but I would say that Yen Press probably did this because they felt that some little snowflake on the internet was going to get butthurt and boycott it. Well, I mean, look, now that you've changed the name to Chain Soldier, you've understandably upset fans that are now going to walk away instead of buy the product. You know, like, Yen Press, what you've done, this is a stupid move. And, you know, like I said, it makes people even question what's been changed in the manga now. You know, it's going to make people wonder if things have possibly been changed. And look, you know, this is, like I said, it's whenever you have censorship creep in, even if it's just a little ounce, it gets progressively worse. This is always the problem with censorship. Once it starts, it gets worse. And look, slave is a word. It's not offensive. Now, slavery obviously should not happen. And I think anybody could agree to that. Slavery is wrong. But slave is a word. Slave is not offensive. I mean, my God. Like, say the word slave, and it's like, ah! People melt down over it. Like, Jesus Christ, this is just pathetic. I mean, it's really sad to see this happen. And this censorship, it shouldn't happen. But anyways, let me know what you think about this entire situation down below. Subscribe to the channel if you were new here. Make sure you were still subscribed because YouTube is unsubscribing people from all their favorite channels. So make sure you were still subscribed to all your favorite channels. Hit the video with a like and also be sure to share the video on social media. Spread the word and get it out there. It's greatly appreciated and it really helps out the channel a lot. Also be sure to follow me on all these platforms of social media. I leave updates on when the news videos will be released as well as any other upcoming events in the near future. So be sure to follow me on all these social media platforms. The links are in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today, and remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you, and have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.